Thank you for your time. My name is Beth Green, and I live at 5424 Willow Bridge Lane in Fuquay, and I am going to yield my time to my friend Linda Sandell.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Linda Sandell. I live at 5413 Willow Bridge Lane in Fuquay, Varina. Commissioners, I appreciate the opportunity to speak today to voice my strong opposition to the unprecedented action of 4 commissioners on this board to sell as surplus the recently purchased county-owned parkland along Hilltop Needmore Road in South Wake County. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to talk about trust. I attended the Wake County Commissioners Retreat on Saturday, January 21st, 2019. It was an interesting and educational experience. Toward the end of the meetings, Commissioner West made a statement to the group about the importance of trust, something I think everyone in this room can agree is vitally important in public service. So that is where I'd like to focus my remarks today. Those of us who support the South Wake County Park Project find ourselves again standing in front of our elected Board of Commissioners. As word of this unprecedented plan to sell the park property spreads, thousands of citizens are expressing concern over whether some on this board can be trusted to independently, honestly, and faithfully execute the jobs they were elected to do. That group is growing exponentially every day. So let's talk about trust. Announcing the board's intent to sell this property over the holidays with 3 weeks' notice to the public in an attempt to limit public scrutiny and debate, that kind of action is not worthy of public trust. In spite of this, over 300 citizens and almost 70 speakers showed up on short notice to voice their strong opposition to the sale. That's pretty impressive. And it shows you the conviction of this group. We're not going anywhere. Using this stealth move to break established rules and protocol to overturn the vote of duly elected commissioners and sell newly purchased parklands as surplus, that behavior is not worthy of public trust. Commissioners meeting in secret and putting out a public statement in favor of selling the parkland using tortured logic and falsehoods, seeking no input from the other 3 commissioners on the board. That kind of behavior is not worthy of the public trust. Spreading false narratives about the good citizens of this county who support this park project. One commissioner having the audacity to publicly call out citizens supporting this project as being privileged. Clearly, you've not taken the time to get to know these people.
Ms., I would ask that we restart the clock as Ms. Sandell was signed up to speak as well. If we could restart the clock at this time.
Thank you. Thank you. That is insulting, and it's also untrue. Rich indeed, coming from someone who lives in $1 million plus house in a very affluent neighborhood, and whose own bio describes how he can frequently be seen running and cycling on the greenways near his home. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how I would describe privilege. The citizens of South Wake County will be denied these same trails and greenways if this sale moves forward. That kind of behavior is not worthy of public trust. Spreading falsehoods about the origin of the property, the cost to obtain and develop it, and ignoring the overwhelming good that this park will provide for the deserving citizens, including those vulnerable populations who deserve to be considered. This park provides much needed recreational opportunity for the disabled and the elderly who cannot access parks with dirt trails in remote areas. These 4 commissioners chose to ignore the overwhelming pleas to you for this park in this very room on multiple occasions. That behavior is not worthy of public trust. Tossing aside the opinions and studies and reports of dozens of experts in the areas of parks, recreation, and environmental advocacy who repeatedly made their cases directly to this board in support of this project, even though the commissioners who voted to sell the property have no expertise in these fields. In fact, the 2 newest council members had only been on the job for a few weeks. That kind of behavior is not worthy of the public trust. Impugning the reputations and destroying the careers of your fellow commissioners with false claims of pay to play, publicly accusing them with thousands of flyers paid for by a few wealthy donors, cannibalizing your own team for personal political gain. This one probably bothers me the most. That kind of behavior is not worthy of public trust. Thousands of reasonable and decent people are asking you on Facebook pages, in letters and in emails, how can this happen? Why are you doing this? It makes no sense. They are being ignored altogether or being given meaningless platitudes by these 4 commissioners. Now you want to appease the citizens of South Wake County by offering up a remote, far-from-ready piece of property on the Johnson County line as the priority park for this area. Essentially, it seems the message is, let them eat cake. That kind of behavior is not worthy of the public trust. Several commissioners who currently sit on this board and coincidentally voted to sell the park all received large campaign contributions from a few common sources. In fact, one commissioner received 80% of her donations from just 2 families in their PACs. The largest and most vocal donor, local businessman Dean Debnam, publicly and arrogantly stated, referring to these commissioners who voted to sell the park, "If I donate to you, I donate to you because I expect you to keep your vote, to keep your word and do your job, right? And if you don't do your job, I replace you. So I think it is fair to say I did help put them in their seats, and if I can help them out of their seats, I will." I find this especially chilling, and that kind of behavior is not worthy of public trust.
Thank you, Ms. Sandell, for your comment.
Thank you.